Today's story comes from the A-hole subreddit and was posted by Kayamino1 and was titled, "Am I the a-hole for completely ignoring my oldest stepdaughter during the holidays?" Okay, let me give a little backstory since the title automatically makes me sound like the a-hole here. My oldest stepdaughter is now 26-year-old, but the issue started 2 years ago when my husband and 2 youngest kids took a trip to Lake Tahoe for a week. We spent lots of time on the beach, got lots of pictures of the kids, and posted every single one of them on Facebook so the family could see our 28 male and 26 female children live in Montana, and our 22 female had to work and couldn't go with us. Now, I don't know if any of you have been to the beaches at Lake Tahoe in the summer. The trip was mid-July. But let me tell you, they were so crowded. Anyway, we got back from our trip, and my hubby tried to video call our 26 female daughter, but he found out she had blocked him on Facebook. He then tried calling and texting her, but got no response. We didn't want to drag our 18M child into the situation, even though we weren't even sure what the situation was to begin with. But when we called to check in with him, my hubby just asked, "Do you know if we did something to upset your sister?" Our 28 male said he didn't know, but he would ask. We didn't get an answer, but by the time of 26 female birthday that November, she was suddenly talking to us both again. We sent her money for her birthday since she needed help with getting her car fixed, then sent more money for Christmas for the same thing. We made a trip up to see the kids the following spring, and everything seemed fine. Cut to June of 2024, and she blocked us again. We messaged her on her B-Day saying, "Happy birthday, we love you," and sent her money for her B-Day instead of presents since she wasn't answering her phone and blocked us. Same thing for Christmas. Now it's 2025 in mid-June. Their stepfather's mom passed away. The older kids came down for the services and were here for 5 days. 26 female stayed with her bio mom, which we were fine with and understood without complaint, while 28M slid his time between houses, 2 nights with us and 3 at his mom's. His last day here, he broke down and told me that the reason 26 female cut us off is because she was insulted and disgusted by the pictures we posted from our trip to Tahoe. I was confused, so he explained. In every one of the pictures we took of the kids, there were also women in bikinis, and she feels it was wrong of us to take pictures with them in them and then post them without permission. She felt like we were focusing on the women and not the kids. The section of beach was about 200 yards with over 150 people. Most were women in bikinis on it. It didn't matter where our kids were or how close I zoomed. We were going to get people in the picture. 26 female didn't come to see us once, which was mostly upsetting because of how much it hurt her father. Now for the part where I'm wanting to know if I was the a-hole. I sent her a text message, since we're still blocked on social media, and asked if there was anything she wanted or needed for her B-Day. I sent it 2 weeks before her B-Day and got no response, so I sent nothing. Same for Christmas. Hubby asked me about it a few hours ago, asking what I sent her, and I said nothing. He got upset and said that was screwed up and we should have sent her something, but the way I look at it, she only resumed talking to us until she got help getting her car fixed, then shut us out again. She never once talked to us about what we did that upset her, never answers our calls, and if we're video calling 28 male, they live together with 2 friends, she'll ensure she's out of the room until he's off the call. I feel like she's willing to talk to us, but only when she needs something, and I don't feel we did anything wrong to begin with. So, am I the a-hole for not sending her anything for B-Day and Xmas? Edit. Something a lot of people have mentioned that I would like to address is my husband's lack of involvement with gift giving. This has been the only year where this is the case. My husband was admitted to the hospital here this Sunday before her birthday and was there for 10 days. He got to come home, then ended up there again December 15th and wasn't released until Christmas Eve. I handled the Christmas shopping and wrapping gifts this year. For the first 16 years of our marriage, he helped with every single gift and even helped wrapping, though he really sucks at it. Another thing that's been mentioned a lot is the possibility that she feels like he's more present with the younger kids than he was for her. This is definitely not the case. When she was growing up, he had more time at home, we traveled more, had more family activities. Now he works longer hours, and up until he got sick was working 5 days a week, 50-hour days. We do what we can to make sure we do things as a family. We try to go on adventures, but it's not nearly as often as we were able to with the older three. Our kids are 28 male, 26 female, 22 female, 15 male, and 14 female. When 26 female blocked us, she cut ties with the other siblings here and only talks to 28 male who lives with her in another state. I'm only able to relay things from our side, as she won't talk to anyone here to explain the cause or any issues she has. As I shared with another person who commented, our kids are 28 male, 26 female, 22 female. These are my bonus kids, 15 male and 14 female. Husband has always been very involved. 26 female moved 14 hours away with her girlfriend at the time back in 2018, and they talked every other day on the phone. This kept up until the Tahoe trip. We've made at least one trip a year up to visit her, apart from this year, because they came here instead for their grandma's services where we saw 28 male, but not 26 female. Aside from this year, hubby's been an equal participant in buying gifts, and he's the one who sent her $2,200 last year, half for B-Day and half for Xmas to get her car fixed. She unblocked him long enough to ask for help fixing her car, then blocked him again once he sent the money. 26 female was 6 when her parents divorced, and before that, he was always involved, even switched his work schedule to attend sporting events for them. Edit. Hubby and I talked this morning, and I explained why I handled it the way I did, and I did apologize for not talking to him first. Not only was I not wanting to stress him out more while he was dealing with his health issues, but as I told him, I also know that he let her take advantage of him last year, and it put us in a crappy position, also he could help her and get cut off again. Yes, it upset me, but I never questioned him because she's our child. But after her being no contact this entire year and all his health issues that have us paying an insane amount of medical debt off, we can't afford for him to cave like that again. I admitted it was wrong for me to not discuss it with him. I 100% own up to that, and I even told him that I'd support his decision to send her money, but it would have to be an agreed-upon reasonable amount, not like the $2,200 she was sent last year. After he explained his side, and I explained mine, he said he understands why I didn't send anything and, much to my surprise, supports it. He said he agrees that she's obviously asking for space and will give it to her until she's ready to communicate and will be open for her to do so whenever she's ready. Update 1. So much to unpack here, but I'll do my best to cover everything. Our 28 male son saw the original post early this morning, and he finally decided he was done letting his sister be evasive. So he sat her down and demanded answers. I feel absolutely awful for 28 male because he called me bawling his eyes out. So the pictures on Facebook excuse, not a real, not at all surprised. It turns out that 3 years ago, 26 female bio mom told her that hubby isn't her dad. Apparently 26 female is the result of an affair, one of many affairs her bio mom admitted to. Daughter claims she tried to play nice and act normal. Those were the words he used, so may not be her exact words, but that she decided she isn't going to keep acting like he's her dad when he's not. He said she isn't interested in talking to any of us because there's no point when we're not even her family. I'm honestly not even sure how to process this, but more importantly, I'm not sure how to break it to my husband. He's currently at work and goes in for surgery on January 5th and is already stressed the hell out. So I don't know if I should tell him today after he gets home or wait until he's home after his surgery. 28 male is devastated and spent 20 minutes telling me how cruel and heartless she's being since my husband has been a great dad to her and how this is going to destroy their dad, which he's right, it will. So I guess my question now is, would I be the a-hole if I wait to tell him until after his surgery in 5 days? Relevant comments. Commenter 1 says, not the a-hole since his surgery is so soon. You can wait to tell him afterwards. No need to cause this much stress right now, since the situation isn't really an emergency. She's not a minor, there's no custody battle or child support to be paid. Her behavior, though, seems odd, but it's kind of hard to tell what's up without her POV. Is it possible she met her bio dad and maybe clicked better with him, but doesn't want to say? I can't see myself dropping my dad as an adult if I find out he's not bio dad, unless that information explains unfair things / trauma from my childhood, or if he was a shit dad to begin with. Opie replied, I honestly don't know anything more than what he told me, and since she refuses to communicate with us herself, I guess we just have to accept that. I can't speak for how her dad and bio mom treated her before their divorce, but from the time I met him to present, he's always been a good dad to all 5 kids. It kills me that she would cut us out for something completely out of our control and claim we're not her family when we're the ones who stood by her and helped her all this time. Hubby paid child support for all 3 of the older kids, paid for all extracurricular activities, field trips, school clothes/supplies, paid for school lunches, and paid all medical costs. He showed up for everything: sporting events, school plays, even elementary school and high school graduations. I get that she's found out she has another part of her family now, but blood or not, I don't know how she can just write off her father, me, and our youngest 2 kids who both loved and looked up to her. I do think I'll be waiting until after his surgery, since it's not like things will magically change in the next 5 days. I definitely don't want to give him one more thing to be stressed about before he has major surgery. Thank you for your response. Does Opie's husband know if his daughter is his? Opie replied, hubby never even suspected she wasn't his, and, to my knowledge, no paternity test has been done. Even if she isn't biologically my hubby's child, we still love her and consider her ours, even if she doesn't feel the same. Has 26 female done a confirmed test, or going by her mother's words? Opie replied, to my knowledge, just her mother's word for now. I told our 28 male son not to ask anything more unless he's asking for himself, because he doesn't need to be stressing himself out when he has a child of his own to care for. If he wants answers, that's fine, but he doesn't need to be the middleman here. Well, if she really is my hubby's bio daughter, then his ex lied for 26 years, almost 27 if you count her pregnancy. I don't have any way of knowing if she's done a paternity test with a supposed bio dad, but I know hubby has never done one or felt there was a reason to. Can Opie's husband sue his ex if 26 female is not his? Opie replied, suing ex would be pointless. She hasn't worked in more than 15 years, is being evicted from her home, and her current hubby is working 3 minimum wage jobs just to support them. Opie needs to tell her husband about the possibility of 26 female not being his after the surgery has been completed. Opie replied, our son lives in the same house as her several states away, but will be doing a video call with me when I break it to his dad after he's recovered enough to handle it, within the next 2 weeks I hope. I hate keeping something like this from him, but I also can't risk making things worse for him when he needs to be focusing on his health right this moment. He needs to get better because we have 4 other children who need him and a grandson. Opie on if the bio mother has manipulated the older kids against her. Opie replied, bio mom spent the first 7 years of hubby's in my marriage telling the kids that I was a horrible person that was going to make their dad leave them, and then told them their dad was worthless and was the reason she couldn't afford to get them nice things for B-Days and Xmas. So, yeah, bio mom is a pretty awful person. She's always used manipulation and guilt to get the kids to do what she wants, and luckily, they all figured that out in their late teens and ended up moving in with us at some point. We try to keep things civil for the kids, but she still has the nerve to try bad-mouthing my hubby to me every chance she gets. Oh, and the cause of their divorce that she told the kids was all their dad's fault. He caught her cheating on him, and she was pregnant with another man's kid. So, it's safe to say that she's already known for being deceitful. I have no doubt that hubby would agree to a DNA test if she was willing to do one, but it wouldn't change the fact that he'll always view her as his daughter. Unfortunately, she isn't willing to speak with us, so nothing we can do about it until she is. Is 26 female in therapy? Opie replied, her getting therapy is something out of my control since she lives 14 hours away and refuses to communicate with us. She's 26 years old. I can't force her to do anything. No one can. I think therapy would be good for her, especially now that we know some what's going on with her, but nothing any of us here can do right now. Update 2. Not a whole lot to update on, unfortunately, but I'll give you what I have. I did tell hubby on Sunday while he was still in the hospital. He took it okayish. He said it made a lot of sense if that's the real reason she pulled away, but agrees that blood or not, she's ours. I wanted to wait to tell him for another week, but when I brought in the DNA kit for him to do, he literally guessed why, and it kind of left me shocked. We got the Ancestry DNA kits for the entire family, 28 male and 26 female included, and shipped directly to them. Everyone in our household took them last week. I even drove to the hospital to have hubby do his. 26 female refuses to take it, though 28 male took his. Nothing much we can do there. As for hubby's surgery, it took place the 5th, and his expected 4-day hospital stay turned into 7. But he's home now and working on recovering. He still has 4 to 6 weeks until he's expected to be able to return to work. So for now, he's getting a taste of my stay-at-home mom life with our youngest 2 and their constant bickering. The last new development, one that hit pretty damn hard for me and hubby, came from our youngest, 14 female. She's been in therapy for about a year, not for her depression, anxiety, and anger issues associated with her other diagnosed conditions. On Tuesday, she asked me to attend her therapy session with her, and I did so after her therapist agreed. Our youngest has some deeply rooted, unpleasant feelings toward our 26 female. She had, apparently, had brief communication with 26 female a few times last year that she never told us about. None of it was pleasant. It all started with 14 female posting a meme in the family chat, Facebook Messenger group chat, which is highly monitored, and they can only access it from our home as they do not have the passwords to log in elsewhere. The meme was about depression, and I did see it and talked to 14 female about it in depth, which is what led to her starting therapy. 26 female saw the message 14 female posted and then proceeded to text her on her cell. The following are copies of what she said. 26 female says, "You know your parents don't give a shit about you. If they loved you, they would get you help instead of sitting on their asses while you post that shit. Do yourself a favor and get out the SEC or 18. 14 female replied, "Mom got me help. I tried talking to you, but you don't listen to me. You said I could talk to you anytime, but you lied. Mom and Dad love me, and they got me help. That's more than I can say for you." 26 female says, "Sir, keep telling yourself that. Guess it don't matter, though. Not like we family. You do you, and if you decide to, in it remember it's wrist to elbow. I bet you're just out to get attention that way." Needless to say, we're good with not pushing for reconciliation at this time. The messages were sent at the end of November 2025, and 14 female took screenshots, emailed them to herself, then deleted them off her phone so we wouldn't see when we did our random phone search. I get that what 26 female bio mom sprung on her has likely affected her emotions in a profound way, but hubby and I are choosing to focus on the children we can help for now. This whole thing is a huge mess, and while I know there are going to be people coming on here preaching about how 26 female is still our daughter and we should be willing to do anything to fix things, drive the 14 hours one way, spend the more than $1,000 on a trip that will likely only make matters worse, etc. It's just not going to happen right now. Hubby and I wrote letters to her. His was written while sitting in the hospital, and I mailed them Monday. So with everything else we've tried on top to the letters, I think we're going to take a step back and focus on our other 4 kids, get 14 female the help she needs, focus on getting 15 male ready for baseball season, help 28 male with caring for our grandson, and help 22 female with navigating her current job search for a better paying job. I appreciate everyone who offered advice, even the advice that was more harsh and critical. It helps getting others' point of view, so you can see the situation from an angle you may not have otherwise. I don't know if I'll update again at this point, but again, thank you all. Relevant comments. Commenter 1 says, "Jesus Christ. 26 female told your 14-year-old how to slit her wrists." What the actual female? Does 26 female have some sort of learning disability? I know that kids use text speak, but hers seems a bit extreme given her age. Does she have a job? Opie replied, 26 female is in between jobs, according to 28 male. He said she's been through 4 jobs since the start of 2025. Commenter 2 says, "You need to block 26 female from your daughter's phone." Opie replied, "Trust me, the second I left the therapist's office, we went straight home, blocked her on all 14 female and 15 male Facebook account, blocked her number on their phones, then created new emails for each of them." Commenter 3 says, "I think 26 female has been so damaged by her mother. She cannot be even 100% sure that she truly isn't her father's. Now she's lashing out on a 14-year-old. It's not justifying her behavior. You've done everything you could to help her and let her know she is still your daughter. She needs to deal with her feelings on her own. The worst part is, if she ever gathers strength to do that DNA test and finds out she's actually bio child of your husband. She will regret everything she's done now. Opie replied, I agree. This is something she's going to have to deal with, processing everything on her own. She knows that 14 female has had suicidal thoughts and was caught self-harming in the past. So the fact that she said something so completely heartless to her kills me. 14 female has been bullied relentlessly at school because of her learning disabilities, speech impairment, and the fact that her ASD makes her different from most kids her age. The fact that her own sister, the one she has looked up to and adored since she was an infant, bullied her in such a cruel way, I don't know that she'll ever be able to repair the damage she caused there. 15 male now knows what 26 female said to 14 female. 14 female confessed to him when they were walking home from school weds. He wants nothing to do with 26 female. He may fight with 14 female all the time, but he's very protective of her. As for me and hubby, we're both hurt, angry, and still shocked. I don't know where we all will go from here, but as a family, we have a lot of healing to do, with or without 26 female. Update 3. Well, we did the ancestry DNA tests. Stepdaughter refuses to do hers. She ended up caving and confessing that she had already done one, and my hubby isn't her bio dad. Hubby knows everything now, and needless to say, is devastated, but not because she's not biologically his. He's devastated that she didn't come to us, that she cut all of us out of her life without a word, leaving us all thinking we did something wrong. He's hurt that she didn't give him the chance to prove that he loves her no matter what the DNA test showed. With the way everything happened and the fact that hubby is still recovering from surgery while our youngest is dealing with therapy 3 days a week, we're going to do our best to focus on handling the things that we can control and not focus on what we can't. We hope that she'll one day come to a point where she'll realize we weren't the bad guys in this. But after everything she said to our youngest, it'll take a lot to get over all. For everyone who gave advice, thank you. To everyone who helped me see things from a different perspective, you are appreciated. Relevant comments. Commenter 1 says, I'm guessing therapy for the whole family, individual and familial, minus the stepdaughter would be a good idea. Take care of yourself and your family. Opie replied, we had our first family therapy session last Thursday, and while it was heavy, hubby learning just how deeply 26 female has hurt 14 female, it felt good for everything to be out in the open. We'll be attending family sessions once per week, and 14 female and I are doing individual once a week as well. 15 male doesn't want to do individual, but knows the options there if he changes his mind. Same with 22 female. Commenter 2 says, did the other children receive their DNA results? Opie replied, we should have them back 4 to 6 weeks. We have no doubt that the oldest is hubby's bio kid since they look identical, aside from hubby having graying hair and some aging in the facial area. And I know the youngest 2 are his since I was there from conception to delivery and haven't slept with anyone but my hubby in 19 years. We're waiting for results mainly for 22 female daughter, but we've spoken in depth with her and she agrees that no matter what the results say, hubby is her dad and she refuses to hold it against him if they don't share DNA. It's been an emotional roller coaster for sure, but we're determined to focus on healing as a family. I know my hubby hopes 26 female will come around, and I still hold hope she will as well, but I refuse to let her behavior draw attention from what the rest of us need right now. She's made her choice to push us away for something we have no control over, so I'm making my choice to focus on helping control the fallout of her actions, mainly in regards to the havoc she caused in 14 females' life. Additional information from Opie. Opie says, not really much to update, sadly. Hubby has recovered and recently returned to work. Our youngest is still in therapy 3 times a week with hubby, 15-year-old son, and I joining her for family sessions once a week. Still no word form 26 female daughter, but we're all doing a little better these days, and therapy has helped a lot.